Renovating Retirement with Charlie Jewett. Oh no, I think I'm about to have another episode.
Hey everybody, Charlie Jewett here with the Renovating Retirement Podcast, and I have some interesting news. I just uploaded my first episode for a brand new podcast called the 5 Lives of Retirement Podcast. Now, why in the world would I do 2 podcasts when I already did one? Am I a podcast schizophrenic? Well, yeah, I might be. Considering all the voices that are in this one, I could be schizophrenic, who knows? But the voices are actually the reason I started the new podcast. Not that there's voices in my head saying, start a new podcast. But I know this show, I get a little crazy. I sing songs, I do voices, I talk like this way too much. And I wanted to do another show that was just straight, no fluff, no shenanigans, short episodes, straight and to the point. Go back and look at the 140 episodes I've done and say, how can I say that in a shorter, more to the point, dare I say more professional? I hate that word, professional, but there's some reality to that. I'm sure there's some people that get turned off by me singing badly out of tune and talking like Mr. T. So the 5 Lives of Retirement Podcast, same great content, shorter shows, straight to the point, no shenanigans. So if you like my stuff, you can go listen to both of these. It should start showing up on iTunes and things like that pretty soon. But we're going to keep on going with the Renovating Retirement Podcast because it's awesome sauce. See, that was out of tune as well. Or maybe I went through puberty in the middle of it. I'm not really sure what happened, but I know my voice cracked. We're going to do episode 141. And on my last episode, 140, I talked a bit about commissions, so I thought I should just do a show because this is a huge part of like what people ask me after live workshops, when they call in from the podcast. They ask this question. It's on everyone's mind. How do you get paid? How do we pay you? How much is it going to cost? And I thought I'd do a show on how advisors get paid, which is basically 3 different ways, and kind of what you can look out for, or some of the issues that I believe, this is my opinion, some of the issues that I believe exist in the industry because of how advisors get paid. We're going to make it a short show. Let's just get into this. There's 3 main ways that advisors get paid. Those are going to be ongoing management fees. That would look like something like 1% per year, 1.25% per year, 0.5% per year, whatever it is, or maybe you're just paying fees inside of a mutual fund to the person managing the mutual fund. These are asset-based fees, so you take your portfolio multiplied by some percentage, and you might have to pay it quarterly or monthly, or who knows how the company you're with does it. But basically, you've heard me talk about this, someone getting paid to gamble for you, which it's not a bad thing. Gambling's not bad. Gambling is bad when it's not working. So my issue is really not with the stock market or with someone charging fees to earn you returns. I mean, the stock market from 1970 to 1999 made like 13.5% compounding every year. If somebody charged you 1% of that every year, or even 2%, so that you netted 11.5 or 12.5% after all fees, I would think gambling is pretty awesome. The problem is, for the last 18 years, when the market makes 2.5 to 4.83%, depending on whether you're getting all of the dividends and reinvesting them in the S&P 500 or not. And by the way, most people's money managers don't beat the S&P 500. So for the very tiny percentage of people whose manager did better than the S&P 500, I'm sorry, I'm not really speaking to that category, because we don't know that they're going to beat the S&P 500 over the next 5 or 10 years. Most people don't beat the market. The market didn't do very well. So if before fees you're making 2.5 to 4.8, that's just not enough. So my problem is not with gambling in general, or with money managers, or with the stock market. It's the fact that it's not been working. That whole model of paying that type of fee has not been working. So that's one way you could pay fees, is just paying a money manager. And my guess is when people ask, how do you guys get paid, or how much is this going to cost me, that's what they mean. Now, there's another whole world on the complete other side of the spectrum, this whole fee-only movement. Fee-only. And I'm telling you guys, there's people that treat fee-only like it's a religion. Like if you do anything but fee-only financial planning, you are satanic and should go to hell. And I don't agree with that either, because I've researched the fee-only model. By the way, if you've listened to my episode, Wolves and Sheep's Credentials, you'll understand that you can hold some incredibly deceptive credentials that make it look like you have, you're held to a higher code of ethics, and then you can do some very bad things to people in this industry that certainly wouldn't be considered ethical. wouldn't pass the golden rule test. You're not treating people the way you'd want to be treated yourself. So fee only, I don't necessarily have a problem. It makes sense to me, that the theory makes sense. Hey, pay somebody just money for their wisdom, and then they don't sell you anything on commission, and they're unbiased, so to speak. The problem I have with that in today's world is, pretend you called me up and I said, okay, it's $2,500 for my advice. I'm well worth it. I can save you a ton of money in taxes. I can show you how to get higher income during retirement probably than what you're doing. I can save you a ton of money on fees. $2,500 is nothing, but I say it's $2,500. And by the way, it's not. I don't charge anybody fees. But if I had a fee-only practice and you guys called from all over the 50 states and said we want help, and I said it's $2,500 for my advice, and I convinced you that it was worth it. When I turned around and gave you that advice or those ideas or different places you could go put your in-case income increase account money, I would be sending you back to the commission wolves, basically. In today's world, where the stock market is not the answer, annuities, life insurance, things like that, why would I charge a fee to then turn you over to just some random life insurance agent and hope that they do what's best for you, because somehow we believe commissions are bad? Commissions aren't bad. Commissions that are abused are bad. Abandoning people, charging a fee to then abandon them, turn them over to the commission wolves, is probably bad. Charging people fees to manage their money when that's not been working well for 18 years and other safer strategies are beating it, that's probably bad. I have some opinions on those topics, but commissions aren't bad. It's the abuse of commissions. It's, what's bad in the commission world is to say, if I put somebody with this company, I make 8%. If I put them over here, I only make 3%. And if it turns out that the 8% product is not as good for the client, that the 3% product would have been better for them, and you're only going to make $3,000 for every $100,000 you move instead of $8,000, and you go, I'm not doing that for the client. I want the $8,000. And you put them over, and this happens, by the way, all the time. It's part of why I started my show, is because we're vehemently, religiously committed to doing what's best for clients, no matter what the commission is, because that's what I would want done for me. And frankly, making $3,000 on every $100,000 that we move is wonderful. It's enough. We don't have to rip people off. Why would anyone have to do that? The industry, doing it the right way, pays well enough to build a wonderful life, and we have for all of our employees, and done it by doing good to you guys. So the 3 ways that people get paid: management fees for gambling for you, putting you in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds and guessing what will go up. Charging up front, just straight fees, like pay me for my wisdom and I'll tell you what to do, and then you get out of here and fend for yourself. Or commissions. Most of the products you've heard me talk about, not because they're the only things in the world, but because they're what's working best for retirement planning right now. Most of these products: fixed annuities, indexed annuities with an income rider, growth annuities, cash value life insurance, modified endowment contracts, which are another type of single premium life insurance. Most of those, or all of the ones I just mentioned, those are commissioned products. It means there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing the agent can do about it. Someone's getting paid a thank you from the insurance company when money is moved. So $100,000 moves, someone's getting $2,500 up to $8,000, let's say. And by the way, I don't have any issue with high commissions. I love to earn money. If the best product for you pays us the highest commission, love it. I'll do that all day long, because it's the same rule. What is best for the client? When the stars align and we get paid really well to do what's best for you, I love that. I just say, thank you, God. That's wonderful. It just doesn't change the fact that when it doesn't pay well, or when the best products pay less, our team must, and we will always do this, by the way, this is what fiduciary means. It's completely abused in the industry, but as a fiduciary, we need to do what's in your best, what's best for you, no matter what it pays. So those are the 3 ways advisors get paid: money management fees, straight up, pay for a plan, so to speak, fee-based. By the way, if you do a search on fee-based or fee-only, you'll see that it's like cultish level. People believe it in like a cult level. I just haven't found that it protects you from anything. You still have a bunch of people kind of lying about the stock market, lying about stock market returns, hiding annuities and life insurance from you, and even if they knew about them, they would then say, okay, go find yourself an agent. Good luck. And that agent's going to screw it up, which is another reason I started the show, because life insurance agents are designing annuities and life insurance improperly and giving them a bad name when they're actually wonderful. 3 ways they get paid. I'll wrap it up right now. Money management fees, not a big fan right now because the market hasn't been doing well. Pay to play or pay for a plan, then they turn you over and leave you on your own. Or commissions. Why am I saying right now I feel like paying someone commissions, which you're not even paying them? It's the investment firms or the insurance companies they use. Why am I a fan of commissions right now? Honestly, because at least I can control that. At least I can decide, and inside of my own firm can say we're going to do what's right no matter what commission it pays. And so we have control of doing what's best for you. Someone's going to get paid. And there were times in the past it made sense to pay fees. It's just not right now. I mean, if you're in your 50s or 60s and you're looking at the stock market for the last 18 years and going, should I really leave all my money in the stock market and try to live off of it, try to take out, 3, 4, 5% income when it's only been making 2.5 to 4.8, and the baby boomers are retiring. There's going to be pressure to drive it down. Do I really want to gamble with my retirement income? Probably not. I know the Joker brokers will tell you to do that because that's how they get paid to play golf, but it's not really a great idea. If you can get 2 or 3 times, that's an exaggeration. If you can get, 50% more income or twice the income from an annuity and just set it and forget it, and you get paid even if you run out of money, you still get a paycheck for the rest of your life, probably a better way to go than gambling in the market. If you're a young person, you're still in the accumulation phase, you can go back and listen to the 4 shows I did on the 4 stages of retirement planning: contribution, accumulation, distribution, and transfer. If you're in the accumulation phase and you're still working and letting your nest egg grow, all that matters is for you to compare things and go, what's been making the most interest? And the market hasn't. The market just hasn't been paying better than annuities and life insurance over the last 18, 20 years. So it shouldn't be used if that's the case. We must require of all investment options that they prove that they work before we choose them, especially if one of their disclosures is, and by the way, you could lose a lot of money, and by the way, there's fees. Don't pay fees. Don't risk money unless it's worth it. Guys, just wanted to do this short episode on the 3 ways advisors advisors can get paid. My choice right now, and this could change in the future if the market starts paying 20% per year, my choice for right now, what I think is best, is paying commissions, letting the insurance companies pay commissions, because the insurance company products are outperforming the stock market over about 2 decades. Anyway, Charlie Jewett signing off. I do this because I think you people are the best.
That's all, folks.